All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Cam Martin to lead, Jason Ferrin to chase.
Cam Martin throws it in. Jason Ferrin right behind him. He's all over his door. Ladies and gentlemen, Cam Martin then transitions down back into the Thunderdome. Jason Ferrin pushing as hard as he can as they come down back into the main track. Ladies and gentlemen, who's excited out there? Come on, that was pretty weak. All right, we've got more chats later on.
Here
Right now,
we go.
coming in hot,
Jason Ferrin. Cam Martin to change. Jason Ferrin doing a great job outside zone 1, transitioning over the crest out to outside zone 2, flicking down into the power bank of outside zone 3, coming over the finish line. Cam putting all the pressure onto Jason over the line. That's like 3 battles in, and it's just repeat, repeat, repeat. Both of these guys doing a phenomenal job putting it on the door for you guys to watch here at home and here at the event. This is actually just, as I said, Chunga, the final battles, the tippy top, is just like the most amazing battles we see all night. The best ones are to come.
mate. Like I said earlier, we're doing 3 battles here for the final, and that means that there's no reruns. But I don't know, mate. The drive they're driving, we might need a rerun of that at the end of this.
Look, there's a potential chance. Like, I'm not gonna lie, but I don't know. They're driving insane. Like, they're actually driving insane. I'm really keen to see him switch it around. I know Cam is going to be in that second half of the 6 battles now, so his mindset's going to change. Jason's mindset's going to change too. They're going to be pushing it harder and harder, and coming up to the final parts of the battle, so not just this one, but the following 2 after that, they're going to be all the way full set, 100%. But here we go. Cam Martin to lead, Ferrin to chase. Chunga, what do we got?
Mate, it's the second run of the second battle. Here we go. Cam Martin throws it down. Big angle. Jason Ferrin coming in hot. Jason Ferrin all over the back of Cam Martin as they come down into the Thunderdome. Cam Martin out wide, but Jason Ferrin all over the back of him there. What a fantastic run.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together. It's been an amazing 2 battles so far. They've got 1 more to go, 1 more lead, 1 more chase. Amazing, amazing, amazing driving by Mr. Jason Ferrin, the Kangman himself, and Cam Martin. These guys have battled each other at Battle Royales and at other competitions so often. As I said, they're just so used to each other. Their driving is so consistent. It's going to be amazing to see the final tail end of this grand final battle.
Mate, you couldn't have picked a better duo for the final there. Jason Ferrin in the Barrel Wags, Cam Martin in that R33 4-door sedan. What a final. go, third round of the final battle. Who we got here? Jason Farron in the lead. Cam Martin in the chase. Jason Farron absolutely hooking it. Cam Martin all over behind him.
Jason Hart switching over outside zone 2, over down to outside zone 3 off the line. Cam was putting it on him towards the end of that run. Really held it down, put the hammer down, smoke's blazing down here, Chunga. I'm down at turn 3, and this place here is insane.
Mate, this is it. That was the first battle of the third round of the final battle. And now this is going to be the absolute last one, I'd say. Ladies and gentlemen, are we excited? Nah, come on. We want to hear more. Are you excited? That's a bit better. Well done. The boys on the line. This is it, ladies and gentlemen. On your feet. The boys, you can hear them in the background. Cam Martin teed up, sitting in the car, waiting to go.
The final tail end of the battles this evening. Ladies and gentlemen, Cam Martin to lead, Jason Farron to chase.
What has happened here? They slowed down. This is a very slow battle, guys. Oh no, what's happened? Cam Martin's put his hazard lights on.
Uh-oh.
I am not looking forward to seeing what's happened here.
Uh-oh.
I think Cam just realised he left the kettle on at home. Cam's trying to open the boot at the moment.
Oh, that sounds like
He's given it a bit of a drop kick as well. Hoping nothing too bad here.
fuel pump.
Could be something to do with fuel. It's not electrical. Cam's upset.
Oh,
It's okay, guys. We'll hopefully get this sorted out and see what's happened here.
don't be upset, Cam. It's okay.
I'm sure Jason wants to battle this out. Let's see what's going on here. Dramies, mate. Dramas in the area.
Bloody dramas, mate. Bloody dramas.
This is some very sad music, guys.
It is very fitting for the
Trying to
moment.
make Cam cry. That's it. Nothing comes from violence. Maybe if you kind of, just drop kick your boot, it'll open eventually. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for sitting tight. We know it's not easy sitting up there on the wind, in your hair, on your ears. It's cold, but these guys are doing their best to get the cars back on track. Hopefully, Cam Martin can get the car going to what it needs to be to do this battle. Big shout out to all of you who are out here still. Big shout out. right. I think we might need to change the music up. What do you reckon, Stella? Yeah. Gozza! Wake us up, mate. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you might want to hear this right now, but Cam Martin is calling a 5-minute at the moment. He has 5 minutes. Once the car hits the pits and the first person puts their hands on the car, you have 5 minutes to get it fixed up. Stella, stop crying. So, make friends amongst yourselves. We'll be back with you in hopefully 5 minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, who would have thought that it would have come to this? The absolute final battle of 6. Cam Martin takes off from the start line and then rolls past the first corner. Jason Ferrin by his side. Calls a 5-minute to try and get this car fixed. We hope he can get it done. To all of you in the pits who are mechanically minded, get down to Cam Martin's pit bay. He may need some assistance. We want this car back on the track. We want to see a final battle. You can see down there in the pits, Cam Martin's just taking photos of the car. Cam, that's not how you fix your car, mate. This might not be a good one. right, news just in. Cam Martin has done the fuel pump. The fuel pump is dead. Not a fuse. It seems that the actual pump is dead. Hopefully we can get a new one in there. Jason having a bit of a laugh there. Hopefully we can get it sorted. Yeah, we got the roller cable out. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for sitting by while we try and sort this out. You can see on the big screens here, if you're here on the live stream, that all around the car, trying to sort it out. I like there's a bloke holding a multimeter. He's been holding it the whole time. This is called reverse resuscitation, where you don't push down, you pull up. There we go. There is no boot in there anyway. You know the saying, many hands make light work, but there's also the saying, too many cooks spoil the broth. The question is, how many drifters to change a fuel pump? Jesse's just helping out there, just kind of throwing his hands around. Jason Farron vlogging it. Mike Lake taking charge, and he's just barking orders.
Managerial position. Yeah, mate, give me that one over there. I'll chuck it in here. Yep, beauty. There's a light. Now, in this situation, the person that gets yelled at the most is the bloke who's not shining the light in the right direction.
That is true. That is very true. I also think I missed the memo. What's with the green coats? Everyone's wearing a green coat.
It must be in. It must be this winter's fashion is green coats.
I thought drifting fashion was just black hoodies.
Usually it's just hoodies and trackies, and then and they've all got oil stains. They have to have mandatory oil stains. That's the fashion of drift wear.
Sounds like you're describing Stewie Bryant. One of our judges. All right, they're trying to see what's wrong with it. Got the multimeter out there, trying to see if there's any power headed to the fuel pump, because you definitely need fuel. Like a true pro drifter, Cam Martin is talking to the camera while someone else is working on his car. That's what I like to see.
Well, you know, when press releases happen, you kind of need to just adhere to it. You know what I mean? Like he's doing his due diligence.
That's it. He's like, sorry guys, I need to get back to my car. Jason's just a tactic. He's trying to distract Cam.
He knows he's only got 5 minutes, so he's like, hey, want to vlog it? You want to have a chit chat?
I reckon if we can't get this going, we get everyone to grab a part of Cam's car and lift it. We can run this over. We can pick it up and carry it.
Yeah, we could push him over the line to battle Jason. Think of the amount of people here. Jason's probably still got more horsepower. Age Panara there, having a little bit of a sticky beak as well, trying to give his assistance and guidance. Age is on the electricals. Borrowed too.
gentlemen, unfortunately, Cam Martin is unable to fix his car. That is Cam Martin forfeiting now. But Jason Farron takes the win. Jason will be heading out for his final lap, the bye run. And that'll be all she wrote for tonight's battles.
Yeah, for tonight's battles, but we do have a podium. We are going to run the podium championship standings as well. So we have a bunch of awards and bits and pieces to be given out. So we'd love for you guys to hang around as well. It's not just that's all for the action that's going to happen. But Jason's going to do his final run as Cam kind of like tries to fix his car to get it back on the trailer. Unfortunately, he is going to have to forfeit. But look, at the end of the day. Look, we're still going to have, as I said, those podiums from before because we're still going to run through the championship because this is the final round of the Battle Royale competition. This is round 4.
Hold on. And what you're saying,
yeah,
you do round 4 winners, and then the championship winners,
yeah,
we get double the amount of victory skids. I think so. Oh, hold on. What's happening here? I see smiles.
I see smiles. Oh, hang on.
Hold on.
They're just doing there's a bit of deliberation happening in the pits because I think potentially Cam's car might be fixed.
Potentially they can click the kill switch on its fuel pump and it actually was completely fine the entire time. That could be a thing. If that is, I'm going to punch him.
Cam is chucking his harnesses on. I think the car is good to go. Ladies and gentlemen, that is not all she wrote. We are going to see some battles. So Chunga retracting that statement. Jason Farron is still going to have to battle do the last run with Cam Martin.
Mate, that is not all she wrote. We have one more chance, ladies and gentlemen. Get back to the hill. We have a battle on our hands. All right, looks like we've got the car is fixed, but they're making sure it's secure and nothing is going to be short-circuiting or touching anything else. We just want to make sure that the car is safe to be going out there. The car's working. It just needs to be in a safe manner before he heads out because we don't want anything to be going wrong with this. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Cam Martin is now driving once more. Claps all around, smiles all around. Corey is happy. Cam Martin coming back around. Ladies and gentlemen, get back on the hill. Get ready for this.
Round of applause for Cam. Finally got the car fixed. Going to be doing the final battle, ladies and gentlemen. You are going to see a battle.
This is it, mate. This is it.
This is it. Chunga, what a. Tonight's been an interesting one. Between all the dramas and everything, where everyone trying to get everything sorted and making do with everything, and then on the final run of the final battle, Cam's car parks it, but it's revived. It's good to come.
I reckon it was scripted.
I reckon it was scripted, to be honest.
Definitely scripted. Ladies and gentlemen, this is our final battle. Hopefully the final run, the full run, and after that will be the presentation for the round 4 championship winners, and then after that the championship winners for 2023. So stick around. Hopefully we have time for some victory skids. We'll have to see what happens.
Yeah. They are turning it around. They're coming to the line. Ladies and gentlemen, Jason Ferrin, Cam Martin, final run of the evening. We thought it was in the bag. We thought that Cam's car's stuffed. It's all over. But just as the timer went off, the car fired up and she was running. So they honored it and said, all right, well, you got the car running, so let's get out and do a battle.
Mate, it's going to be interesting. Both of these cars, both the drivers have now cooled down. They're not in their groove. Let's see who's going to be the best. Ladies and gentlemen, final battle. Keep it real. Battle Royale. Drift competition. Round 4. Cam Martin in the lead. Jason Ferrin in the chase.
Here we go, Cam driving up to turn 1. Jason tucking up right on him. Cam, great job outside zone 1. Ferrin with a little bit of understeer. Oh, the 50-50-50 bond slide. Cam Martin flicking down outside zone 3, keeping it consistent. Jason lost his groove. Cam hand out the window, waving it around. Wowee. That was definitely an interesting way to go out for the final battle for the evening.
Ladies and gentlemen, what a way. Cam Martin thrown in a hoop there. He's excited. His car's still working. And Jason Ferrin, unfortunately, coming to that first corner and losing it. Check out this replay here on the Pertic Bayswater replay. Cam Martin throws it in. Jason Ferrin right behind him. Jason Ferrin, unfortunately, overshooting the corner and absolutely throwing sparks off that triple strip. Ladies and gentlemen. All right, let's get back onto the track. We'll hopefully have them doing their presentation. Ladies and gentlemen, we're waiting for the judges' final decision on who the winner is. So make sure you head on down to where the crossover is. We'll be doing the presentation there. We'll see who the winner is.
Ladies and gentlemen, someone has lost a phone. It has been handed in. It's going to go to the merch tent. So if you have lost your phone, please go to the merch tent and describe what phone you had. You'll probably have to unlock it to prove that it is yours. But once you've kind of proved it, you can have it because obviously it's yours. But if you have lost the phone, please go to the merch tent and check it out there. Thank you.
respect G.
Yeah,
He's
bro.
on his knees and he's like,
Bro, he was
Like
showing me his, you know the Crocs, you get the little attachments for it? He's like this. Respect. Why? Should have just seen him just before, bro. If you hear him scream, it's him. Yeah.
That was sick. You're fucking. Nah, bro. After battling him, I was fucking. Is that John Hurst? Can we get him down here?
Let me confirm who it is.
Yeah, copy that. Just confirming still, apparently.
Still waiting on this bloody cool change, I tell ya.
Apparently, I put it in the chat. He said to read the chat.
Yeah. Oh, and this will be Patrick.
Who's this? Oh.
Patrick.
That's Pat Barley.
Yeah.
So you got John Hurst is thrashing. I don't have John Hurst here either. Can you have you got a microphone?
Yeah.
Can you call out on the hill, John Hurst? Bring us out here. Let's go on the hill. Copy that.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're not on our way. Can we get a John Hurst? John Hurst, you out there, mate? There he is. Come over here.
We ready to go? I don't know. Good. I'll wait till he goes.
So you got
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for coming out tonight here for Battle Royale Round 4. The final round, and it's been a big one. It's been some ups and downs, a lot of things going on, and a bit of an upset near the end maybe. So we'll have to see who the winner is, but right now, before we get started, we want to announce our Thrash Kings Award. Chance, you want to come over here? Do you want to explain what it is, or do you got this? Chance has been working very hard up in the hill, trying to organise drivers and cars and everything else, so I can understand, you know, a bit of a big day, right?
Yeah, huge day. Thank you to everyone for sticking it out through the weather. Holy moly, colder by name, colder by nature, hey? So, on to Thrash Kings.
That's it, the Thrash Kings Award. We have a winner here today, but maybe you want to explain a bit what it's about.
Sure thing. So, Thrash Kings is Krista Jager's legacy brand, and in honour of losing Chris, Keep It Read do an incredible thing, and they honour a Thrash Kings Award to the driver that shows the most determination, the most grit, the most willing to just keep on going. No excuses, great sportsmanship. I think that summarises it. It captures the essence of Chris and how he was.
That's it. Unfortunately, we did lose Chris to mental health a few years ago. And you know, we want to remind everyone out there that, you know, if you're not feeling right, and you're not feeling the happiest you are at the moment, you can always talk to people. You know, we're here, we're part of the drift community, and we're all friends. And even if you don't know anyone, have a chat to your neighbour. You know, just don't keep it to yourself, and, you know, share the love with everyone else, and check in on your mates. But tonight, our Thrash Kings Award winner is John Hurst. Congratulations, mate. No problems. That's your award. Mate, you did a fantastic job tonight. You really did push hard. I didn't realise your car was an LS1 until Bill Hooton messaged me and Lee, mate, that's an LS1. Because I was thinking, that's a bit of a spicy VQ in there, but how'd you go today?
Yeah, no, really good. Conditions are tough, obviously. Yeah, just patching throughout the day. So, yeah, no, it's good.
Very nice in the car. Lives to see another day?
Yeah, definitely. So far, so good. LS1.
Fantastic. And we'll see you some more rounds, hopefully.
100%. Or next year, I'd love to do all 4 rounds. So, definitely. And, yeah, this actually means a lot, this award. So, thank you very much. Thanks to the spectators and obviously Keep It Read. Really good events. Grouse.
Make some noise, John Hurst, Thrash Kings Award. What a champion, mate. Well done. All right, let's get on to the battles. Battle for third place. Jackson Snell, H. Panaro, come up here, boys. Come up the front. Yeah, but look, you know, that's all right. It's all right, mate. I know you didn't battle for third, but that means you came 4th. Well done, mate. H. Panaro, 4th place. H, mate, your car seems to be going pretty well, doesn't it? And I think you were smashing it all day, unfortunately, just near the end.
Yeah, I think it was a bit of a slow start today. A little bit in my head, just trying to find my mojo. But yeah, it started getting there towards the end of the day, and obviously getting a rerun up against Mr. Keep It Read himself. I had to turn it up, so I think I sent it a little bit too hard, and yeah, the rest is history.
That's it, mate. Well, you know what? The car lives for another day, right?
Yeah, 100%. Now we're full steam ahead and full focus on LZ Invitational. So yeah, we'll get the car nice and cleaned up, and yeah, I'm ready to cause a bit of a ruckus and run the wall, because I reckon that's my layout.
Mate, I definitely think run the wall's your layout. Everybody, make some noise. H. Panaro. Mate, no question where you came. 3rd place. Well done. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise. Jackson Snell. Half of the Snell clan that came over. Mate, they're excited up there. Mate, good to see you over here in Victoria. Did you have a good time?
Yeah, always have a good time over here.
And how did the whole driving experience go?
Better than my brother, who binned it second lap. But it was a handful. I had put a new power steering pump in, and it shit itself second lap. So I've had no power steering, and anyone knows Commodore don't drive the easiest with no power steering. But yeah, just trying to muscle it through, and yeah, just kept driving and kept getting told to go back and drive. So I was like, I'll just keep driving. So yeah.
Mate, you did a fantastic job, and like you said, there's no power steering. I don't know how you've put that through. Come here. Yeah, they're pretty big guns there. He's done a good job, mate. Is there anyone you want to thank?
The boys for coming out with us, and the missus and the kids at home. So and everyone out here coming to watch and dealing with this cold weather, and obviously all the Keeper Eat guys, volunteers, and the judges. So yeah, no, just everyone in general for coming out, and obviously all the drivers. And got a good battle with Jason, and I was happy. So yeah, I'm going home happy.
Very nice. And before we celebrate, we're going to see you back here soon, maybe next year.
I don't know. I built it as a street car, and for some reason it's because my brother bought a car here. He's like, I'll come over and drive the comp. I'm like, okay.
So what it says is, Ben, you need to come back next year. So he comes back as well. 2 weeks, he reckons. Mate, ladies and gentlemen, Jackson Snell, 3rd place. Make some noise! All right. Jason Farron, Cam Martin. Come up here, boys. I think some of the bikes from D1NZ have come over. Yeah. Come on, boys. Come up the front. Oh, Jason. Oh, let's have a battle to see. Come on. Come around, guys. Cam Martin. Nice hat, mate. You've been putting this on a lot. Are you sponsored by the band?
I wish. No, I just had it a couple of years ago and love it. My hair's a bit too long, so I got to wear a hat.
Very nice. And can you explain what the hell went down just then?
I have absolutely no idea. I was coming out of the chicane and it died on me and had no fuel pump, no power, nothing. So the boys helped me out, bridged it up, all power. Yeah, Mike Lake, Nathan, Danny, Age's dad, helping out. Us, love it. Love you all.
Love the spirit. And Jason, that final battle, what happened there, mate? You kind of threw some sparks, not from the titanium bash bar, but is it titanium exhaust?
Yeah, a few sparks going on there, mate. Nah, we're just here for the full send. Yeah, all the war. Is that the thing?
Win it or bin it, all the wall. Yep. Grind it, you can't find it, whatever. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner for round 4, Keep It Reet, Battle Royale 2023 is Jason Farron. Me, 2nd place, Cam Martin. We'll have a quick chat to Cam before. Cam, I know you've already thanked a few people who helped you fix your car then. You already did it earlier as well, but have you got a list? All right, give us a quick spiel.
Yeah, I was going to say, Matthew, thank you to 21 Fab. Grubby's always looked after me. He's an absolute legend. My parents, John and Deb back at home, watching the live stream as always supporting me. Can't thank them enough. Kalani, my partner, she's a number one supporter. She's not here tonight, so maybe not, but yeah, she's back home watching, supporting again, sending me a message saying do better, which is fair enough. Yeah, Mike, Nathan, Danny Pezek, Gino, Bailey for helping me refresh his car. Probably needs another complete refresh again, which is annoying, but for LZ Fest, we'll get it done and should be an awesome event. Keep It Reet, again, another awesome year of events. Can't thank the crew and everyone. Again, Jason allowing us to rerun that battle. Sort of, it was like a Black Flags type thing and able to put on a show for the final battle, which is awesome. Daniel Kassar for the flawless tune on this thing, keeping it running beautiful for the past couple of years now. And shout out to my brother Heath. He's in Europe. He's watching. So, yeah, much love. That's it. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise. Cam Martin, 2nd place. Mr. Farron, mate, how long is that list? I don't know if we have enough time for this. I reckon you might be... Is this Stewie's speech or your speech? Mate, should we just skip through to who you want to thank, or anything you want to say first?
No, just a quick one. I'll try and keep it short and sweet. Try not drag it out, but absolutely stoked. Like, what a way to end the series. A series that was just a brain fart at the start, just a jumble in my brain of like what I thought would be the best kind of competition or best style for the most driving, like still getting a second chance and just non-stop battles, best of 3 at the end. Like what a way! And that final battle with Cam was that was it. Like that was what it was all about. Just back to back, just the same runs, perfect lead, perfect chases. It was absolutely amazing what it's all about, and what a good time. All right, let's get to this massive list now. Yeah, we'll try and get it done. I already said the what a way to end the series bit. So next bit says, huge thanks to Josh. JB Roll, just come over here, boy, with that high vis that doesn't say keep read on it. JB Rogers, if you don't know who JB Rogers is, it's JB Rogers. Slaving away on a daily basis for these events, all the events we do, the full calendar, absolutely everything. And if he's not slaving there, he's either slaving on my car or slaving spotting for me at all the other events. So huge appreciation for Josh. These events wouldn't be on for him. So massive round of applause for JB Rogers. Cheers, my boy. All right, you can go away now. Next boy is all the workshop boys, which is Jassy. Come over here with your puffy ass Michelin jacket. And of course, Corey and TJ, I don't know where they're hiding, but don't care. They're always, pit crewing, doing whatever, getting it done. Jesse's been working so hard lately. It's great to see. And yeah, I definitely would still be changing my tyres for the first battle now if it wasn't for him. So thanks, Jesse, not JB Rogers. Round of applause for the pit boys. All right, next bit. Of course, thanks to the missus, the wife, Daniela, holding down the fort with the children at home. You've got to thank the wife once again. Also, this wouldn't happen without her support. All the ideas, she's just like, yeah, go for it. Why not? And if she didn't say that, I'd probably still be working a day job. Sure. So, massive thanks to her. And that is it. I guess we've got to thank the sponsors. And then I've got a little bit of news for next year that I'm going to drop a bomb for the end. But maybe I'll wait for the championship for that news. But quick thanks to the sponsors. Keep It Read, of course. MPC Clutch, Plasma Mount, Haltech ECU, Ross Performance, Radium Fuel, Method Electrical, Pertec Bayswater, Shockworks Suspension, PWR Cooling, Kansai Wheels, Raceworks, not Rossworks, Acostal Steering, Stewie Bryant I think he's dying right now somewhere up there. It would be good to get some words from you, Stewie, because he's come to every round and he's been judging and he runs the SA series and he's an absolute legend and stoked to have him in the LZ World Tour, just a mad bloke. So, appreciate his support. He's up there. Yeah, don't know. Who else? Where are we up to? Shockworks Suspension. No, did I say that one? Cancel. Yeah, you said that one. Hypergear Turbos, SP Tools, Phoenix Radiators, BSC Performance, Nitto Performance, and Checkered Tuning. That's it. Thanks, everyone. Thanks for sticking around. Is that it? Or now what?
Oh, we've got a whole lot to go, mate. Jason Farron, number 1. First place. Well done, mates. Boys, jump up on the podium because after this, we need you to get the hell off so we can do the championship. Bring your checks. Bring whatever you want, really. All right. Jackson, jump up there, mate. You're 3rd place. Ace Primary 4th. You guys ready? Get a photo. And once we get the photo done, we'll do the champagne showers. All right, that's the photo opportunity. Well done, boys. I'm just backing away. All right, put those things down and get your champagnes out. Your champaganies. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise. Jason Farron, number 1. Round 4, the Battle Royale. Keep It Read 2023 series. That was premature from everyone. Jason, do you need help with that? JB Rogers, he needs help. All right then. Ladies and gentlemen, Jason Farron, first place in the Zoo Performance Battle Royale, round 4. All right, let's look at a quick one, guys. We now are on to the 2023 championship. The winners overall. You guys all right now? Yeah. Sweet. No. All right, we'll start with third place. Third place, ladies and gentlemen, for the championship is Pat Barley. Make some noise. Pat, look at that thing, mate. Well, we got more stuff for him? You got a big check. Very nice. Is that your one? Oh, sorry. Oh, still yours. Has he got stuff? I think Cam's stealing one as well. Mate, we'll get your check later on. But look, it's got a big shaft, but it's a small cup. You okay with that one?
Yeah, it's the biggest trophy I've had to date. So, yeah, pretty stoked about it.
Very nice. It's not about how you use it. It's about how big it is, isn't it? Mate, third place. You've come along. You've done fantastically, I'd say, mate. How'd you find the season?
Yeah, it's been along a haul and breaking a lot of stuff over the year. And, you know, we never won one, but we come close a couple of times, which I'm pretty stoked about. So, yeah, it's great to drive with all these Victorians and now Victorian myself officially. So it's kind of good to be a part of it. And, yeah, the quality of driving here is like no other.
Fantastic, mate. Well, we're glad to have you as a Victorian because you've only just brought that quality of driving up, I'd say. Unfortunately, your car didn't go too well today, but I'm going to hope that it's be fixed up pretty soon.
Yeah, it should be fixed, ready for high tech in a couple of weeks. So, yeah, it's just part of the grind here. So it happens.
That's fair, mate. And we'll see you next year.
We'll see.
We'll see. Very nice. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise. Patrick Barley, third place. And in second place, I'm going to knock around. Max McAfee, where are you, mate? Mate, well done, well done. Thank you, mate. Oh, this one's even bigger. Still the same size cup, though.
It's a bit heavy.
Mate, well done. Did you have fun this year?
I had so much fun this year. Yeah, what a season, what an event. Yeah, can't say enough. Keeper put on a hell of a show, and I have so much fun driving here. To have so much fun in a comp environment is just, yeah, next level. Next level.
Amazing, mate. And is there anything different you do this year or for next year?
Drive better.
Drive better.
The extra spot, yeah.
Plus one.
V8 swapping it, as everyone's been telling me.
Yeah, no, keep the SR, mate.
SR for the win.
That's it, that's it. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise. Max McAfee. Some say this might be rigged. I don't know why you'd say that. But ladies and gentlemen, number one, first place in the 2023 Zoo Performance Battle Royale is Jason Farron! Well done, Jason. We don't want you to read out your entire script again. Anything different you want to say?
Nah, the sponsors have been thanked, so yeah, I know you're all thinking it. Rigged? Nah, none of that. I made a very solid effort to, I guess it was last year, as soon as I got the series to what I wanted it to be. I started in the tower, then I did some commentary, then I did some pit commentary, I did some judging, and then slowly moved into the driver's seat for maybe one of the final rounds. I can't remember. Anyway, then this year I was completely out of anything to do with the involvement of the event. Josh just did it all by himself, independently run all the judges. I just did my thing, drove and enjoyed it, and just gave my feedback of how I thought what I thought the event needed, or like what needed to be changed, just to refine it, try and make it better. And I feel like all of it sort of come together to help us land this LZ World Tour deal, which is obviously absolutely stoked for. So, yeah, don't know. What else? Yeah.
Are we going to see you next year, mate?
Yeah, so I got some big news. I mean, first of all, can't believe it. This is the first time I've taken home a championship. If you know, I've only ever got the second, either like second place this, second place that. I mean, even today, second place qualifying behind a bloody AU Falcon. What a Jamie. Yeah, so, yeah, can't believe it. First place. So, stoked. The double win. So, the big news. So, unfortunately, I mean, exciting, but also upsetting that next year I'm not going to be here because I'm making a big move to the USA. I'm sending the wagon and some other cars and going to make a ruckus over there. So the Battle Royale series will still go on, and so will all the Keeper Eat stuff to the new managers of Keeper Eat. They just keep smashing it here in Australia, and I'll go and I'll expand over in the USA. And yeah, very exciting and upsetting at the same time, but it's been an absolute pleasure growing the sport to where it is now, from the start of doing private events to even helping Chunga back in the day at Vic Drift and seeing him run the first ever night event and being like, I need to see that. And here we are, Chunga on the mic and all the vibes still there. It's been a great time, and yeah, thanks all the supporters, all the fans, everyone on the live stream, all the crew, everyone else, everyone in Keeper Eat, everything else, and the whole sport, because I love it. So thanks, everyone. Yee!
Ladies and gentlemen, what a bombshell to drop. Jason, jump up on the top step. Boys, get around it. Get your photo before we run another muck here again. Get those snaps, big smiles, big grins. Oh, getting those angles. We good? All right, ladies and gentlemen, put them down. Put them down. Get those bottles primed. Prime them up. Ladies and gentlemen, we going, Pat. Pat, come up here. Ladies and gentlemen, Pat Barley, 3rd place. Marcus McCarthy, 2nd place. And our 2023 championship Super Battle Royale winner is Jason Farron! Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for coming out here. Jump on, Josh.
Sorry, guys, I won't keep you much longer. Just a massive thank you to all of our volunteer team, firstly, throughout the year. You guys have absolutely copped it from me all night, all year, yelling at you from the tower, out in the cold, out in the high-pressure environment from 9 a.m. through to 11 p.m. Absolute hell. But we got through it, and we managed to finish the last one on time. Shout out to Adam on the stream, first year out there. He's absolutely slayed it with everything that's been thrown at him. So just a quick round of applause for Adam Reed. Brenny down in the tent, as always, slaying the admin stuff, front gate. You got Sam, Tarly. I'm going to forget heaps of people. Zach, everyone, a whole Keeper Eat crew. Jason's already said it, but yeah, the Keeper Eat crew and my volunteers, these lads stand out on the track like they've been out on the track for about 16 hours, barely eaten, probably barely drank. So one more round of applause to the whole team that's involved in this. And we're going to do something a little bit special now. I'm going to send these idiots behind me around the track a few times and see what they can do. Hopefully they don't crash, but for those that have stuck around, we're going to put on a bit of a show. Thank you for coming.